Hi, this is cybersecurity expert Reginald Andre, and today we are talking about the network equipment company, hardware company called Ubiquiti. If you ever look up in your office and you look at the ceiling, you may actually notice one of these. It looks just like this. It looks like a smoke detector or a frisbee, and this is called a wireless access point, and it's made by a company that is called Ubiquiti, and their logo is right here. Well, they also make all sorts of things. They make routers, switches, cameras, power devices, and they're really the backbone of many networks. And a lot of managed service providers and IT people like to use this, and as well as small business owners. This is a very, very affordable way of installing a network. This right here, this access point, which provides Wi-Fi, may cost you $120 compared to a Ruckus, maybe $800. A Cisco could be anywhere from $600. So you see that there is a big price difference with this, where this relatively does almost the same thing as those other brands, and will last you the same 3 to 5 years. So Ubiquiti just sent out an email earlier today where they wrote an email to all their customers, and I'm going to read a little section of it. It says, "Dear customer, we recently became aware of unauthorized access to our information technology system hosted by a third-party cloud provider. We have no indication that there has been unauthorized activity with respect to any user's account. We are not currently aware of evidence of access to any database that hosts user database, but we cannot be certain that user data has not been exposed. This data may include your name, email address, and a one-way encrypted password to your account. In technical terms, the passwords are hash and salted. The data may also include your address and phone number if you have provided that to us." And it goes on to say, as a precaution, they recommend that you change their password, and if you haven't already, you should also turn on two-factor authentication. So I wanted to kind of just break this down, because if you're an IT provider, or if you just have this for your business, what does it mean? What should you be telling your IT provider, because you have an Ubiquiti? And if you know it or not, there is a login to each Ubiquiti device in each Ubiquiti site. Even if you don't know what your login is, you do have a login. So what this is basically saying is that Ubiquiti uses a third-party provider to provide them some type of service. This is very common, where they allow other companies into their systems in order for a function. It could be a component, it could be a report, or whatever the case is, but they allowed a company to go into their system. And apparently this third-party company was compromised. Now, with this compromise, this hacker was able to see for sure, according to Ubiquiti, the name, your phone number, your email address. In addition to that, this hacker may have seen the passwords. Now, it's saying that they have no reason to believe this, but Ubiquiti, to their defense, is being proactive in letting you know that there is a possibility that your passwords were also compromised. However, Ubiquiti in the parentheses does talk about how these passwords were what is called hash. Let me give you a perfect example. Let's just say your email password, your email login is susie@brand.com, and your password is password123. Now, on the other side, Ubiquiti has to be able to manage everyone's password, right? Because when you create a password, you're basically telling Ubiquiti what the password is. Now, Ubiquiti, they don't want to just put an Excel spreadsheet where they're gonna have Susie's information, Jeff's information, Marcelo's information, Bruce's information, and then it's gonna be like column username. The other column is gonna show the passwords, and if they get hacked, then someone's gonna see all of those passwords. So what they have to do is what is called hash the passwords. And when they hash the passwords, it essentially puts the I'm trying to put this in English words, but basically if the password is password123, it converts it to like a 26 letters, different words, symbols, numbers, and it just makes it all collaborated. It's just everywhere, right? And it's going to be very difficult for a hacker then to say, oh, okay, I see Susie's email address, and I see her password, but when they take that password, that is those 26 characters, and they try to paste it and try to log into the Ubiquiti account, it's not going to let them go because the password is hash. Because Susie's password is really password 123, but when you hash it, it basically changes it to a very long string of letters, numbers, and symbols that when Susie types in the password, it's going to be able to then compare and see if this hash complex password here matches the password 123. Now, there are ways for hackers to reverse engineer this hash password. And I think this is another reason why Ubiquiti is letting everybody know this. But they are also letting you know that they also did what is called salt the password. And when you salt the password, it's kind of like the same thing. You take salt and you sprinkle it, and they're just basically that long 26 character password that's really password 123, but it got converted to a long 26 character password. When you salt it, when you salt a password, you're basically adding letters and numbers randomly in the sequence that only Ubiquiti knows where they randomly set that part up. So that way, if a hacker were to be able to reverse engineer the password that's hashed, because it's also salted, when you compare that password to that password 123, it's not going to work. So that's another way that Ubiquiti ensures that their systems are protected. So what should you be doing now? If you do have Ubiquiti, you do have a UI.com login, you should definitely log in now and change your password. Make sure your IT company knows about this. Change their passwords. Then from there, I would also recommend that you let your staff know. Anybody else with an Ubiquiti login, let them know, because what the hackers are now going to do is that they're going to now that you know about this Ubiquiti login issue, what they're going to want to do is that they're going to now start sending out emails. They're going to say, hey, Ubiquiti was breached, and we need you to reset your password. And what they're going to now want to do is they're going to have you click on that link, and when you click on that link, it's going to take you to a website that looks just like the real Ubiquiti's website, and then from there, they're going to want you to put in your password. And from there, once you put in the password on the bad website, then they're going to then go on the good website and then get into your account. So this is kind of the whole point of why you want to make sure that you are aware of this and your staff is aware of this, and just look out for any other future emails, and make sure that if you do get an email from ubiquiti.com, check the headers, make sure it's ubnt.com. If it's something else, then it's not them. Always you can contact them in the event that you're not sure of, or just to be on the safe side, you can also send it to us, and we'll let you know if it's something legit or not. So I hope this was helpful, and if you appreciated this video about what Ubiquiti has announced today, feel free to hit the thumbs up and let us know that we are doing a good job in informing you of the latest hacks that is happening out there today. All right, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.